Hey guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Green Onion Vintage. Today I am sharing with you a furniture flip for resale. Here are the main 3 products I'll be using from Dixie Belle. And stay tuned for later in the video. I'll give you details on how to enter today's giveaway of a 16-ounce container of this beautiful Cactus Green silk paint from Dixie Belle. So here's today's piece in question. This is a vintage oak chest of drawers. You can also call it a highboy because it has this section up here that's a little bit separated from the bottom. So these are the bigger drawers down on the base, and then it has a few smaller drawers on top. When I picked this thing up, I bought it from Facebook Marketplace for $40. It was falling apart a bit more than I anticipated. So I had to do just a couple supported boards underneath here because this seam was completely split open. So I've glued it, I've repaired it. I went ahead and braced the other side also. So it's really sturdy now. The drawers aren't super smooth. I mean, it is an older piece, but I did what I could as far as repairs go. I'll wax the drawers to help them glide a little bit more smoothly. But I mean, you're not buying a new piece of furniture. I think there's a ton of potential in this piece though, especially for $40. I think once I'm done, I'll charge closer to $140. And I'm really excited to do another piece of furniture because it's been a while. So let me just show you what color I'm using. This is my new favorite color from Dixie Belle, and it is called Cactus. This is a very newly released color. It is just this perfect earthy boho green, kind of a light olive. It's the color that I've been looking for. Actually, if you see my front door back there, I custom mixed that color using other Dixie Belle greens because they just didn't have quite the right green that I've been looking for until now. So I'm so excited to have the color Cactus. Let me show you like a comparison of what I've been using. So this is the collard greens, which is really dark. It's a really nice color though. I've used it a bunch. But you can see it's a much different green than the Cactus. And then I've also used the evergreen a lot, which is, you know, a whole other kind of green. So I've really been mixing these two a lot to kind of achieve this kind of color. So I'm really excited that they just have it available now. I mean, I was shocked when I took this over to my front door because like I said, I custom mixed my front door color months ago. So it's very similar. And you might notice that this is actually the silk color from Dixie Belle. And the silk paint, I believe, is more like a milk paint where it has the built-in primer, you can see on the label there, and a built-in top coat. So I'm actually going to repaint my door using this because I never waxed this. This is just chalk paint. And actually it's a little splotchy in places, but I ran out of paint because I mixed it myself. So this kind of will save me. I can just paint it all another solid coat of this cactus color and it'll have the top coat built in. So it'll be perfect for that. It's just the best green for right now. Very popular and on trend for them to have like this kind of boho green color. So this is really exciting to me. And in addition to that, I am now offering all of the silk paint colors on my Etsy site. So that is a pretty big announcement. So now you can go onto my Etsy site and order this color or any of the other silk colors as well as the chalk paints from Dixie Belle. So lots of exciting things happening on my end here, and this cactus color is just one of those things. So today I'm going to be using the cactus color on this piece. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. My plan is to paint everything except for the 2 bottom drawers. I'm going to use the oven cleaner trick I've been seeing other people doing to use that instead of a stripper or sanding off the finish. So you just have to spray it with oven cleaner and let it set for a while and wipe it off. And then I think I'll lightly sand them. I just want them to be really natural and kind of washed out. And then the rest of them to be that really nice kind of bohemian green. And I think this will be really beautiful when we're done. So let's get to work.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
To prep today's piece, I started off by wiping everything down really well with a damp microfiber cloth. I was really careful to get in all the nooks and crannies and just get any old dust and grime, cobwebs, spiders, everything off. And then I did the very time-consuming process of taking off all the handles. Since these handles had a screw and a tiny little pin, it was just really tedious, and I had to be really careful not to bend the hardware or bend that tiny pin that attaches it into the drawer. So that was by far the most time-consuming part of the process. Now for the top surfaces of my chest of drawers, I always like to give them a light sand, even though that the silk paint does not require sanding or primer by definition. I typically do a light sanding on the top just because I want it to be as durable as possible. I want to have a nice smooth finish. So giving it a light sand is just make sure that you are getting all the old grime off of there. Gives you a really good surface to start with. And then I am going to go ahead and do a primer. This is a Slick Stick from Dixie Belle. It's a bonding primer, so it's designed to attach your paint to any kind of surface that might have a little bit of sheen or shine to it, which might make your paint a little bit harder to stick to. I don't know that it was super necessary for this piece, but I would rather be safe than sorry, especially when I am painting something to be sold. I'm not priming the whole piece, but I am priming that top because that is where all of the wear and tear is going to happen. People are going to set stuff on top. So I just like to prime and try to cover all my bases as far as durability goes. So unfortunately, I ran out of oven cleaner. I barely had any left in that can. I do think it would have worked though. This is just where I was able to get a little bit out. I let it set for about 30 minutes and then wiped it off with just some water. So I think it would actually work. I will definitely test it again, like in a future video. But for today, I'm just gonna have to sand this like I normally would. I'm not doing like a heavy sanding job. I just wanna get all this old finish off. And then I will probably just clear wax it so that it stays nice and matte and natural looking.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through, no limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
So here's a quick tip for you. Instead of using any kind of sandpaper to sand down my primer, I actually just used a paper bag. I heard this tip a lot for sanding down your top coat, to use the paper bag instead of sandpaper, because the sandpaper is going to create these tiny little scratches in it, whereas the paper bag is actually just going to smooth things out and take off any of the high points. So I've never done it with the primer before. This was kind of an experiment, but it did a really, really good job of just making everything nice and smooth while not removing too much of your product. I mean, I don't really want to take my primer off, but I did want to just smooth out the high points. So this worked really well. You just rub it all over the surface just like you would with sandpaper. It was a very quick process, and it must just be abrasive enough to smooth everything out without removing any extra product and not adding in any scratches. So I'm going to start doing this for all of my priming. And then, like I said, I've heard a lot of people do this for their clear coat also, if you like poly something over the top, which I don't think I'm going to do today, but I did want to let you know that that is an option for you if you're having a hard time smoothing out your top coat too. You can use a paper bag, and that's going to give you a really nice smooth finish. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up smoothing this, and then I can really knock out all of the painting of the rest of the body of this piece and the top drawers. For my bottom base drawers, I'll show you how they turned out. They're just a little bit more pink than I want them to be, so I'm gonna go over them with the white Voodoo gel stain from Dixie Belle. I think that's gonna maybe give that bleached look that I'm hoping for, and then I think those will be done. So really I just need to knock everything out at this point. It should be pretty straightforward from here now that I have all the prep work done. Did you think I forgot about the giveaway? I did not forget. I'm so excited to gift a cactus silk paint to one of my viewers today. All you guys have to do to enter today's giveaway is comment down below. Just say hello. There's no requirements there of what to say. Also, make sure that you've liked this video and that you're already subscribed to my channel. And those are the only 3 things for today's giveaway. I will have an automatic raffle winner generator. Pick somebody from the comments, and then I will give you a message so that you can send me your address, and I will ship this paint straight to you. It takes about a week to get to you probably, and then you can be painting something in your own cactus green. It's such a good color. This is the first time I've used the silk paint on a larger piece of furniture like this, and my mom painted something similar in the similar time frame, I think in actually the exact same color. And we were both really impressed with the quality of this paint. It is our favorite that we've used so far. We really used to think that the chalk paint was as good as it gets, but now that we've used the silk, we understand what all of the hubbub has been about, because I know a lot of people have been going crazy over this silk paint. The fact that it is kind of a one-stop shop makes it so convenient, especially if you're painting a lot of furniture. So we're just really, really happy to have this option now available for us, and then also that we can offer it to you guys on our Etsy site. So if you would like to purchase, it is on Etsy right now. I already have the listing up. And then if you want to enter that drawing, make sure that you've commented, liked this video, and you have subscribed. I'm super excited to share one of these with you guys. And if you have not joined my creative community over on Facebook, make sure you do that. So whether you win the chalk paint or not, I would love to see what you guys are working on. If you guys are using Dixie Belle, if you are upcycling antiques, it's been really fun to see you guys over there and interact a little bit more often. So I will have a link down below where you can join that Facebook creative community group. It's called the Green Onion Vintage Creative Community. And I want to hang out with you guys over there as well. It's just a little bit easier on Facebook to talk back and forth rather than on YouTube. I will say, when we're watching this here, that gel stain went on a lot more thick than I expected it to. So I had to do a lot of work of wiping that back off with a wet paper towel and then sanding it. I hadn't used the white gel stain before. I love that it's water-based though, and since it's a gel stain, it kind of sits on top of the surface, more like a paint. It was really easy to work with though. I just kind of applied it, sanded it off, wiped some back on, wiped some off. Really was easy to work with and play with that way, and I ended up with a really nice bleach look that I was going for. So it actually ended up working out perfectly. So here's a look at the underside. I had to brace here to kind of close in the cracks along the side. It is so sturdy now though, and then I did a similar one on this side just to keep these boards from ever pulling apart again. Feels really good now. I also added a little bit of a support to the underside of the drawers. So I am just going to put a quick coat of paint now on the bottom corners, and then just along this edge and even inside here, so that whoever buys it, when they flip it over, they won't be like, oh gosh, like look how hideous it is down here. It'll look nice and clean, and I don't mind that there's repairs. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I had to repair it. I just want it to look a little bit prettier when I'm done. And here is how this cactus green chest of drawers high boy turned out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this transformation. I think it looks so modern and sleek. It's nice and masculine, so if you have like maybe something in your master bedroom, you need a piece like this, I think it's good because it's not too girly. Your husband will probably enjoy this color scheme as well. I just think it turned out really nice. The silk paint was so easy to work with. I love the smooth finish. It's very matte, almost more like a satin finish actually. Nice and durable, went on so easy. I had such a great time painting this piece today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to show you in a minute how this piece ended up looking in my booth. And I have it for sale there right now. I believe it's around $170. And it's just kind of that perfect mid-size. I think it photographs really well. So fingers crossed that I get a quick sale on this piece. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the painting process. Make sure that you join today's giveaway if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.